Loud. And let's start things off with Nathan.
Good afternoon, Kiah. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What did you learn? What have you learned about yourself from when you first came in the league and until now? And then what are some of the things you worked on this off season to prepare for this season?
What I've learned. It's hard to make a team. It's hard to stay on a team. When I was drafted, I don't want to say naive, but, I just thought, yeah, I'm in New York. I'm about to be here forever. That obviously didn't happen. So you have to just be understanding and willing to just go kind of where the current takes you. And I'm really grateful that I landed in Vegas. Obviously have a great team, great staff. We won last year, so couldn't be happier with my decision. But yeah, it's just always just stay ready. You never know where you're going to be, what's going to happen. And I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned. And as far as this upcoming season, definitely had to push through some adversity overseas. It was a long season. It was tough, but just working on, being a better defender, just, knowing that's what I can bring to a team. Then also just being ready to, answer when my name is called, especially on the offensive end.
Jose.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. Greatly appreciate you. A lot of championship pedigree on this team now, not only from the WNBA side, but from overseas with the roster that you ladies have now. The term and the word super team is now being thrown out there. How do you guys, how do you ladies stay focused to make sure you don't fit that narrative? What I mean by that, a lot of super teams haven't succeeded, right? We've seen issues because you bring in new faces. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. How do you ladies stay focused to continue that championship run and try to get a back-to-back this year?
Excuse me. We know that we won last year, so the target's going to be on our back. When Chicago won, everyone's like, we got to take down the champs, right? So we know going into the season, that's kind of going to be how they view us. So we just got to stay focused, be ready. We have a great core group, and I think adding the pieces we added is just going to enhance us. We've gone through a couple weeks of practice and training camp already. We're still trying to get a feel for everyone and trying to integrate everyone together, but I think we're doing pretty well so far. I think the whole super team notion, yeah, you could call us one, but honestly, I just think it goes to show that there's so many great players in our league that eventually every team's going to be a super team, if that's what you want to call it. I think that we just have people that really want to win, that are selfless, and that know what it takes to win a championship. And I think we just have to bring that every practice and every game until the end of the season.
Nikias?
Yes. Hi, Kiah. Nice to speak with you again. I have two questions, if that's okay with you. First, as you've kind of entered veteran status in the W now, how do you generally approach development now? Is it about adding different things to your game, or is it about refining the skills that you already have?
A little bit of both. Obviously, it's no secret that I've never been, the biggest offensive threat. So for me, it's just more, honing in on those skills that I do have. I just haven't really shown them. It's just being more confident in what I can do on the court. So that's one thing. And what was your other question? Sorry.
Oh, so I haven't asked the second one yet. The second one was going to be you. You're all right. You mentioned like wanting to become a better defender and kind of working towards that. What specific areas are you keen on that front?
I just really want to be a rim protector. We have so many great offensive keys to this team that if I know that if I come in and I can be that defensive stopper, that's going to be great for me and going to allow me to continue to have minutes on this team. And I think that's one way that I can make sure that I'm on the court and just doing whatever I can to help my team. So if Asia doesn't have to take the best post player regarding, and I can handle that, it takes pressure off her so that she can, really get us a bucket when we need it, So I just want to make sure that I can, guard posts, guard guards, definitely not point guards. Let me not get crazy now, but just to be more versatile defender, to give Becky and the coaching staff more options in terms of our defensive schemes.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, last one for you, Kiah, before we let you go, Rafi.
This is Rafi, connected but that sports talk. Good to talk to you, Kiah. I just want to ask you, the other day, what are your overall impressions about the New York Liberty, the way their roster is constructed when the Aces faced them in a preseason game, especially ever since you left there?
I'm sorry, say that again. You kind of cut out.
New York Liberty, just what it was like going up against them with that whole super team thing and the changes they made in the roster and improvement.
I knew New York was going to make some big moves, especially coming from the bubble when I was with them. The GM had told me a bunch of stuff about their ideas of what they want to go moving forward, and to see them actually make it happen. I think it's incredible for them. For us to have a preseason game, I think it's great. Everyone, is falling into the hype of these super teams going to play each other, but it's preseason. The game, of course, we're happy we won, but we're not settled. Like, we're not okay with that. We have so many things to improve on. We want to win. They want to win. I think it's just going to be great competition for us, like us in New York, but really everyone else in the league, because I think it shows that our league is growing, competition is getting better, teams are getting more competitive. And I think it just goes to show that there's a lot of teams that can and want to win a championship every year. And it's not going to be, top 4 teams and everyone else, is a wishy-washy. I think everyone has a legitimate chance to make a run in the playoffs.
And if I could just ask a follow-up question, the Aces will face the Seattle Storm to start off the season. Like, how good would it be to start off the season with a win against a team that you took out in the second round last year?
I think it's great. I mean, who doesn't want to start the season with a win? But like I said, we have a target on our back. We know that every team is going to bring their best shot against us. So I think it's only going to help us. But to start off with a win, of course, we want that. We don't want to start with the L and the loss column. We want a W. So that's our focus. Just one game at a time. And we have the talent, we have the staff to do that.
Appreciate
All
you.
And we will be right back with Cindy Colson.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, JB.